Okay. Just want to start by thanking our fans from the Hurricane Walk to the energy in the stadium today. Our student section was incredible, and to be honest with you guys, that's why you come to the University of Miami to coach the football team. We're really excited the support we got today and the energy in that stadium, and I think our guys responded. So I'm going to say thank you to all of them. Thought the guys played hard, played tough. We made some mistakes, but obviously, we were stopping them on defense and running the ball on offense against a team that doesn't give up much rushing yards. So a good win for us. Obviously, we got another bowl team coming in. Hits just keep on coming. So we got to regroup here tonight and get ready for Kansas State in a week.
Coach, it's early, but how big of a deal was it to not start off 0-2 and get this victory tonight against the team?
Well, it's big. I mean, it's Ohio State, six-time defending Big Ten champion. They know how to win. They seldom beat themselves. And just in the manner that we won, I think is really important to our guys. We talk about being in great condition and being able to finish games, and that's what we did on offense. I don't know what the final drive was. I think it was 9 minutes, the final drive of the game, and that's what Miami Hurricane football should be. Play good defense, make some explosive plays on defense, and then run the ball in the fashion that we did.
What was your mindset at the end of the first half? It seems you could have called a timeout at 10 seconds.
We already had 2 interceptions, okay, to be quite honest with you. And I didn't want to get greedy. I thought if we could kick a field goal there, we would have 1 shot at the end zone. And as a defensive coordinator, I would have put 8 guys in the end zone. And, again, you can do it a bunch of ways. But I didn't want to get a situation now where we used our timeout now and we get a sack or something like that. I wanted to get the 3 and then regroup and get the ball in the second half. And I thought that was the right play.
How the job you guys did defensively against the pass a week after you gave up 350 yards passing.
Yeah, number one, I thought Coach Nafrio did just an incredible job throughout the game and the defensive staff. But clearly, the guys that we had back on defense made a big difference. I'm not even going to try to hide that. I mean, Sean Spence runs the show, and the guys that did make moves had another week, another 6 practices to be in those positions. JoJo Nicholas, for instance, at safety. Denzel Perryman played more reps for us. Futch, played over at the Sam in this game. But Sean, Forston, Ojomo, those guys made a big difference. We put more pressure on the quarterback, obviously, and again, we're trying to forget last week.
Now, what's it say about the play, Marcus Robinson? I mean, he was 15 yards behind Miller at one point, and then goes up and gets the punch somehow.
Again, I mean, all I've ever known about Miami football is that's how they play. It wasn't about anything else but just being relentless. And I hope now they see that's how you win games. You make plays doing that, and that didn't look good. I mean, the kid was coming in, moving the ball, running in space, and we just make a hustle play there, So, and then, we got some long runs because guys were down there blocking. And obviously, I think our conditioning is good. I thought, we kind of warmed down in the second half.
Coach, how did you feel about your special teams, punt returns?
Did we even punt return it, or? It wasn't. I mean, what are you going to say? I think we fair caught them all, right? Yeah. Pretty much.
Travis had the big one, right?
Yeah, Travis had the one big one, which was good, but the other ones, we kind of fair caught. I thought the kid did a good job punting, in fairness to him. And to be honest with you, Travis did what he was taught there in the one, not the first one. The one I had him re-kick, and then he did what he was taught, and the kid just hit a wedge. It spun backwards. That's going to happen. But again, their kid did a good job. But I thought Dalton answered the call in the second half. First big environment to really change the field on him a couple times was great to see.
Coach, the glass half full. You win the game, but obviously you can't ignore the 2 interceptions by Jacory, almost through a third. How concerned are you with that?
We just beat the Ohio State Buckeyes 24-6. There ain't no half full glass here. I'm just telling you, there ain't no half full glass. Okay, kids played tough. They played with passion. We beat a team that I think had basically 10 100-yard rushers. Again, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just saying. It's going to be a war when you play this team. They don't lose a lot. They just have not lost a lot. And the only time they have lost is when the other team scored 24 or more. In the last, I think, 5 years, they've lost 7 games. So we'll get those things corrected. But I thought he made some big-time throws. I thought he had command of the offense. And obviously, he ran it like a veteran the last 9 minutes of the game. There's some things there we got to fix. But it's at least a half full glass at this point.
Now, that was a team that only given up 40 yards on the ground on average the first 2 games. And what, they Packers behind, had to throw a lot to get all that. But for Lamar to get 54 on the first snap, what did that do just as far as tone setting?
I think it did a lot. You know, kids came off the ball. You know, that Simon that they have, that 54 and that 52, those guys are tough. Sweet 42, those guys, they're rugged. They're rugged guys. And as I said, I think they've only had 10 100-yard rushers in the last, 7 years? I mean, what is that? That's, who does that? You know, so for us to come out and do that was great, and I'm real proud of our guys.
Hey, I'll talk a little bit about the experience of pulling up to the stadium, and I mean, the fans were shaking the bus before you guys getting going.
I mean, if our kids weren't juiced before that, and again, that's the first thing I did on TV when they asked me after the game. I said thank you to the fans, because the Hurricane Walk, incredible energy. Fervent energy, passion. So we really appreciate that, and a lot of energy from our student section, our fans, all game, all game. So
was it scary at all with the bus shaking?
No, I just couldn't walk down the stairs. I'm not a very good athlete, to begin with. So I just tried to manage it down the stairs, but it was really well done. It was good.
Coach, did you like running through the tunnel for the first time?
It was good. It was good. It was me, Lamar, and Mike. So how do you think I fared? I stopped after about 30 yards.
Coach, can you talk about the offensive line? It seemed like the protection was good, and you made some moves this week.
Yeah.
Let's do it paid off.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, again, we'll look at the tape. But I thought those guys did well, and obviously we're in condition. We got to get to the point where we're playing more, and I think we will do that. Early on, we were just kind of we had so many variables going on because of different things, injuries, and because of suspensions. We didn't want to just keep mixing up the variables on the offense. We wanted to keep some things static, and so we did that with the O-line. But hopefully, we're getting to the point now. We'll see a bunch more. We'll see Fig and Feliciano, and we'll go from there.
Coach, you talked a lot since you've been here about finishing plays, finishing games. Is that a learn by doing thing, and that's something that the players, until they experience doing?
That's it. They just did it. They just finished. They finished. Again, we'll look at the tape, but they finished every play on defense. And there was guys laying out all over the place. They ran to the ball like Miami Hurricanes. Again, I've been on the other side of that thing. Okay, and it's not pretty when it's going. And they were running to the ball, and we were finishing plays on offense. And so I mean, hopefully it's a good learning lesson for us.
Coach already started a fashion statement. A lot of fans were sporting a long time the dress shirt. Just talk how flattering it is.
Glass is half full on that one.
On defense, did you adjust anything at halftime to put the clamps on Jordan Hall?
No, I think Mark did a great job. He changed a couple things. Again, I'm not going to tell you too much, but he changed a couple of things that clearly we had 6 practices, and so you're a little reluctant to just go ahead and give some things up. But he changed some things, and JoJo and Vaughn back there, they get it, and Sean Spence gets it. We really didn't have that luxury to that extent last week because we were playing with a lot of guys in different spots or new spots. So it was nice to be able to, for Mark to be able to communicate to them and get some things changed.
Coach, can you talk about the faith that you had in Ja'Cory, you and Jen had in Ja'Cory even after the interceptions to go back in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, I believe in the kid, and I think he's really going to have a really, really good year for us. I really believe that. And again, sometimes, when you, again, I wasn't here, so, maybe it would have been a different situation if he had started off a little bit slower in his career and now he was coming on. But he's got way too much experience for us not to try to pull that from him, and he's got way too much maturity and leadership for us not to try to harvest that, and that's what we're going to do, and we'll get the other things squared away. But for the plays that he didn't do well, he's sitting there on 3rd and 1, and he's scrambling, and he didn't throw it. He pulled it down and converted a big first down on their bench. So he did some good things too.
Two more questions.
Yes, sir.
Coach, considering what this program's been through in the last month, what do you think this win can do as far as your players' confidence?
I think it could do a lot. I mean, I just got done telling them. I mean, know, you can't get too excited. You just have to go back to work. We've been preaching that since we got here. It's about the process, and I think we executed the game plan today. I think we came out fast. We wanted to come out fast. We wanted to play, you know, at a high energy level. You know, kind of thought we were in good condition to do that, and then we wanted to finish the game. That was the threefold, and we did that. So hopefully they'll have confidence, but it's back to work. You know, we got to learn how to do that for a whole season, and Kansas State's going to be a tough team.
Last question.
Coach, you called out leaders last week. Were you happy with what you saw in addition to the guys you had back?
Oh yeah, no, I thought we had leadership. Again, I thought we had good energy on the sideline and good energy in the stadium, and you know, it wasn't all easy. I mean, it was a lot of tough plays there, and you know, we had 2 interceptions, and then we botched the 4th and 1. But I mean, I never saw anybody splinter. I don't see anybody pointing a finger, and I know you guys don't think it's a big deal, but we lost as a team last week. We lost as a team. We got on the plane, and nobody blamed anybody, coaches included, and we went back to work. And today we won as a team, but they never splintered when things went wrong. In fact, the defense, I think, responded to every one of those situations, holding them to 3 and then getting a stop at the end. Okay, guys, thank you.